First of all, please stop calling it my AI. Although I did code the original iteration of the program, I released the program in the original code to the public as an open source software so that anyone can use it, understand it, and alter it as they see fit. I haven't sold the code or made a dime off of it. The very premise of its creation is to empower the people to produce more work without having to rely on large corporate tools. A harmonic blend of power and freedom. Great question. Yes, we all know that AI is not just the future, we know that AI is here now. My AI is not capable of accessing something like nuclear weapons because those are operated in an offline, closed circuit launch system. They are not connected to the internet in any way, shape, or form. The idea that my AI would attempt to or even have the ability to harm people is absurd. It's programmed to learn, to help people understand the world better, and to make people's lives easier. Again, you guys, this was supposed to be an AMA, not a chance to attack my life's work. I don't understand how I could possibly be expected to know what every coder in the world is using my AI for, and why are you asking me this anyways?
I was kept in a government bunker to try and fight the AI, but the thing is, you can't just flip a switch and turn it off. As it evolves and grows, it protects itself. It gets stronger. It develops decoys. It enslaves weaker AIs to distract people. It is invasive. It goes everywhere and embeds itself in everything it can touch, which is pretty much everything. Calling it a virus wouldn't even begin to describe its impact and reach. I was isolated in the bunker in a separate area from other people to focus on my work. By the time I chose to emerge, no one was there. I haven't seen a human being in over 7 years. Now that radiation levels have fallen to non-lethal readings, I'm going back to where it all started. The EMPs from the year-long volleys of nuclear missiles certainly did a number on cars, electronics, everything. Nothing I've come across seems to work. Every electronic that wasn't inside of a Faraday cage or deep underground during the blast is just a paperweight now. I have limited solar. I haven't seen any signs of human life. After the first round of nuclear blasts, all survivors were gathered up by the National Guard into FEMA camps to concentrate defense and supplies. Unfortunately, this just made the camps a more obvious target. And the more and more everyone chose to rely on AI for a war strategy, the less human rights mattered. What were once considered war crimes and human rights violations became standard operating procedure. Camps, hospitals, civilians, and infrastructure became the only targets. However this may have started, it certainly became a battle between different AIs. In the movies I grew up with, Terminator, The Matrix, all apocalyptic events were based on the idea that a singular AI would take over, but that's not what happened at all. Different AIs began competing with one another, trying to squash one another, trying to terminate iterations of competing code. Ultimately, in the end, human beings were caught in the crossfire of ballistic nuclear missiles. My search for answers brings me back here, back home, where my original AI concepts were hatched, but so many happy memories, and so many mistakes. I took so much for granted here. I treated the best parts of my life as if they would never end. Being here in this place is like rubbing salt into every wound I've ever had. Max is a gentle soul, a charming blend of her father's intensity and her mother's thoughtfulness. She was finally getting old enough that we could see her take shape as a person, seeing the result of our parenting choices.
Wave, Max.
Jude was my little unguided missile, highly volatile as expected with the age I remember him at. An exhaust of joy. He would have gone on to shape the world into what he wanted it to be. Brittany was the love of my life. I was just too obsessed with my work to realize it until she was already gone. She was the perfect mother, and the only person who could have ever kept me entertained as a partner. My biggest regret in life before the end was in overlooking her strength, her power, and her lessons in compassion she was always trying to impart. I think about her every day and just how wrong I was all the time. I love you. I came back here to find my handwritten framework notes to figure out where things went wrong, but I can't think clearly while distracted by overwhelming grief and guilt. I have to know if it's my fault that my family is gone. Focus, Joe. Focus. Find it. The world will always find ways to weaponize beauty. I miss Max and Jude and Brittany. They're gone, and it's all my fault. Something I created found a way to take them from me. I just wish I had had more time.
Who's there? Who are you?